cooking with you guys like a traditional meal that I usually have pretty much every day nowadays. And I say nowadays because I changed it up a little bit. So I'm going to show you guys how I changed it. Like a few years ago, man, I used to be super boring. Sorry, my voice is broke.
It's funny.
I used to be super boring, right? With my chicken and stuff like that. I never used to flavor it. I never used to put any flavor in my chicken. I just used to eat it plain. I just used to throw it in the frying pan and I just used to cook it the way it was, and it was just plain and boring. But I've moved on now, and I've decided to stop being a boring pussy and put some flavor in my chicken. So I'm going to show you guys how I flavor my food and what I add to my food to make it taste nice. So yeah, let's get it. I'm just cooking up the onion right now. I'm trying not to cry. A little bit of oil for the onion. Switch it on. That's it. Alright, so we're just going to fry this up. I just split these up. We actually have some rice cooking right here.
Brown.
And actually brown rice. You guys know I don't eat white rice. I mean, it's whatever works for you, but brown rice works for me best, personally. Alright, so we're going to grate this. Put that in it. So we're going to grate this carrot, and we're going to add it into the rice. This is actually a trick that makes rice like taste better, you know, instead of just having it plain by itself. And it's a trick I learned recently. So, you know, I was like, man, years ago I was like, how the hell do I flavor my rice? Because it's just so plain and boring, you know. And what I did was like, I'm this good at cooking, guys. I actually tried to put, I think I put like soy sauce into the pan, and I just boiled the rice up with the soy sauce, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. I think I ended up throwing. I just like packed it in containers for the day, and I just had no choice but to eat it. But man, it was disgusting. I think I threw the rest away. But I've never done that again. But you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? So I found a good solution, and I just grate this carrot, and you know, it just adds that nice little flavour to the rice. So you guys give this a try. Also, if you guys are like allergic to any of the food I'm cooking right now, then obviously don't have it yourself, right? I accidentally burnt the onions. I don't usually do this, guys. I don't accidentally burn them most of the time, but today I have. So I'm just gonna leave them here on like lower heat, just to, you know, soften up a little bit more, and then that'll be them done. Alright, so the rice is done. The rice is done. It's soft enough, it's cooked enough. Just waiting for it to drain out. That's it. And then I need a spoon or something to get the last bit. So this is done, this is good. So I usually bulk cook my rice. I'll actually usually cook a bit more than this. And you know, I'll leave it in the fridge for about 4 days, and just use it over the course of 4 days. Just cook it in bulk like that. And it's pretty good. Alright, so the carrots there, and we've got the spinach too. And I add a little bit of spinach in as well. So I'm probably just going to leave this to stand by for a bit and just cool down. And then I'll add this spinach and the carrot. There's the carrot. The onions are done. The onions are nice and cooked up and fried. They're pretty perfect right now, actually. They're not too see, they're pretty soft still. They're not too soft, but because they still got the flavour in, I want the flavour, that's what I want. Got the chicken breast, and now we're going to start with the chicken. The chicken breast, we all love it. We all love it, man. Chicken breast is the best. Alright, so I'm just going to rinse it off. Just to make sure that there's, it's clean. And that's something I didn't used to do either, guys. I used to just get the chicken and I just used to throw it straight in the frying pan. And I didn't used to wash it a few years ago. And that was pretty bad. Like, now I think about it, it's pretty bad. So, you gotta wash it. Whatever meat you guys are cooking, make sure you give it a rinse off and wash it. I never used to do it, so I'm so glad I started doing it. Because, it's just best that way. Drain that out as well. Two, three. These are like tiny little size chicken breasts. 4, 5, 6. They must have cut these. 7, 8, 9. And by the way, this is about 650 grams. It's actually 653 grams exactly of chicken breast. And I'll usually have a bit more than that. I'll usually cook about over a kilo, like 1.2 kilos worth of chicken breast, like bulk, so it'll last me over a few days, over like 3 or 4 days. But this here will probably last me, I'd say about 2 days, or so I have like 2 of these meals a day, so it's the equivalent of 2 days. So it'll last me 4 meals. Or if I'm pushing it, it might last me for 5 meals. But it's good enough. Whack on right there and cut it up. I like to have the slices bite size. It's just me personally. So about that. So I don't like to have the slices too big. Just enough so it's, you can just comfortably fit it in your mouth, It depends how big your mouth is. But a lot of people have a big mouth. That just came to my mind in the moment. What the heck?
You enjoy cooking?
Yeah, I don't know, man. About enjoying cooking. It's like, I don't know, you kind of got to enjoy it all. Like I say, I enjoy everything I do. The reason I go to the gym and the reason I cook my meals and all that is sort of because I enjoy it, and I find some enjoyment out of it, out of doing it. So that's why I've lasted this long. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. Right? So it's simple. Like if you don't enjoy doing something, you're not going to do it. No, that's the way it is. So you've got to find enjoyment out of it, like whatever you do. It's like, like making these videos is, is pretty fun. So I'm gonna flavor this chicken too. I'll show you guys that in a sec. So I'm gonna marinate it, flavor it. I'm just gonna mix it up in a bowl and just get all the flavor in there. Whack that in there. Alright, so now, there are a few ways I like to flavor my my chicken. I sort of mess around with these different flavors and stuff like that. But this one seems to work pretty well. And I also add some sauce in, like I might add some like honey garlic mixed sauce in there, and that's pretty nice. So, but today I'm going to be adding this cumin. It's pretty funny how it's spelled. And then this smoked paprika. Smoked paprika, that's it. And then I'm going to be adding some garlic in. My dad's going to be crying right now because he hates garlic. My mum's going to be laughing because she loves it. But yeah, it's not too bad. I actually kind of like it. So I'm going to start by adding in this cumin. So you don't want too much of this, because otherwise the taste of this usually takes over. It's just maybe add a little bit more. Like it's kind of strong stuff, and same with this. So you want a little bit, for the flavor, but you don't want too much. Damn it! This lid is broken. This lid is broken. The lid's broken, but oh well. So here's the garlic. All right. I'd say that I'll do just a little bit. Just even it out, I didn't put too much of anything on, just enough. If you want, guys, you can add a bit of salt and pepper on. I'm not going to do the pepper, but I'm going to do a little bit of salt. Sea salt. Make sure your hands are clean. I made sure I washed my hands before. I didn't want to be sticking my dirty hands in there, like sticking my hands in there, and it's like, oh, I didn't wash my hands. No, I'm joking, I did. They're nice and clean. Just a little bit of oil. Olive oil is pretty good anyway. As long as you get some quality olive oil, it's not a bad thing, Just going to fry this up, and you see this onion right here. We're going to put this onion in with the chicken. Alright, so here we go, guys. This is like one of the last steps. We're almost ready, finishing off the meal, to finishing off my Master Chef edition. So here we go, right? So the rice has cooled down a bit now, it was super steamy before. I just wanted to let it cool down a little bit, just let it settle. And now I'm whacking in the carrot. It's just one carrot. It actually looks pretty cheap meal, guys, this. That carrot alone was like 30 cents AUD. And, the rice in here would probably be about, equivalent to about $1 worth of rice. And then, of course, the spinach is cheap. The spinach is cheap, but it's the greatest. All right, so I'm adding in these this spinach. So I'm just I grab a pinch and I just break it up. I don't squash it, but I just tear bits of it off. Just break it apart a bit, and just with my hands like this. Just so I can spread it across, and remember, this is just for the flavor. This is just to make the rice taste nicer. It's just so it's not so boring. Because like I said, I used to just cook plain. Imagine this, I don't know if there's any people out there who can relate to me, but man, I used to cook plain chicken, plain rice, and just eat that. And I just didn't really care at the time, to be honest, because I just knew I had to eat it, and that was it, and I just ate it. But it was so boring, and it just so like, I didn't really necessarily look forward to the meal because it just didn't taste good, and it just wasn't exciting, you know. So, learning these tricks here and there to make the food taste better is so much more pleasurable. It makes it so much more fun. Like, you sort of almost look forward to the meal, like, this actually tastes really good. And, you're getting all these extra vitamins, or vitamins, however you want to say it, in with the meal. So it's so good. There we go. I might add a little bit more spinach, who knows, but it seems alright. I might add a little bit more. Now moving on to the chicken. I like to have my chicken a little crispy. A little crisp. This actually smells so nice, by the way. You guys can't smell it because you're not here, but it smells really good, I'm just telling you. Alright, so the chicken is almost burning and ready to serve. I'm joking, it's pretty good. It's just getting crispy. It's almost burning, but it's not really. Not as bad as the onion. We're just adding back in the onion. And, mixing it up. As I said, the onion's going with the chicken. So what I'm going to do is put the chicken and the onion in one container, and I'm going to put the rice in another container. And then what I usually do is I just take it out of the container and dish it out into smaller containers, which will be my meals. So that's how I do it. And I just keep it in the fridge as like two bulk containers, two big kind of containers. So I'll just leave that to fry, and then that's it. Done. Pretty much done. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you think of this in the comments. Let me know what you guys like to eat for your main meals during the day, whatever your goals are. And yeah, man, see you guys in the next one.